Hello everybody. So today we'll be talking about credit. What is it and why is it important? So first, what is credit? Credit is a number that is assigned to you based on how you perform in these factors, and that is payment history, amounts owed, length of credit history, new credit, and credit mix, and it's weighted in that order. So if you are making all of your payments on time, that's good. If you have different credit cards or different types of debt from different places, that's good, but it's weighted less than if you make sure that you're paying your bills on time. Okay, so that's kind of like how you get your credit score. And for more details, be sure to check out my blog. It will be linked in the bio. So credit pretty much equals buying power. Buying power is how you can buy a house or a car at a low interest rate, and you end up saving money over time. If you can pay cash for a car or a house, that's great. However, if you can't, which most people can't, they have to take out a loan. And if you take out a loan, you want to make sure you have a good interest rate. And one way to secure having a good interest rate is to ensure that you have good credit. And having good credit involves you paying off your debts on time. You making sure that you have a good but healthy credit mix. This could be student loans. However, if you don't need to take out student loans, don't. This could also be a car loan. It could be a department store credit card, and it could be a bank card. That's enough to be a credit mix. That will build your credit and get your credit score well over 700. So, credit equals buying power. Buying power equals good interest rates on loans. And anytime you borrow money from someone, that's a loan. When you swipe your credit card, that is a loan. So you want a low interest rate. And these are all important because it ties back to how much you pay in the long run. If someone gives you a credit rate at 20%, if someone gives you an interest rate at 20%, that interest rate is not as good as an interest rate at 3% or 2%. So there are people who buy cars at 11% interest rates. Don't you dare, okay? Do not buy a car at 11% interest rate. I think the last time I looked, the national interest rate was 2.5 or 3%. You need to look up the national interest rate before you purchase a car. And if the national interest rate is 2% or 3% and your credit score is over 650, you should not be paying 11%. You should not be paying 10%. You don't need that car. What you need to do is you need to save some money, go buy you a cash car, drive that cash car until the wheels fall off, and you save enough money and you get your credit score up so that you can purchase a car for cash, or you can purchase a car at a very low interest rate. So I went off on a tangent. However, sum it all up by saying credit equals buying power. You need to make sure you pay your bills on time, and you need to make sure that you're applying all elements of the mix that creates your credit score. So that means that you need to have different types of credit. You need to make sure that a new credit is one that's on the lower spectrum. So I'm not saying go out and get a new credit card every month. Don't. You can literally get over the course of your lifetime, you're probably going to get a new credit every so often. The length of your credit history. Someone who has a credit history of 10 years, their credit history is probably going to be a lot more stable than someone who has a good credit history where they have been paying their bills on time over 10 years is going to have a higher score than someone who just got a credit card 6 months ago and that was their first form of opening credit. So that's pretty much all that I have to say about that. Make sure you guys know about your credit. So if you know your credit score, I want you to drop a check mark below.